Hey everyone, and welcome to the video. So today just going to be taking a quick look at the Apple Watch bands that I've actually received from AliExpress. So one of the comments on one of the videos was basically what's the size comparison compared to basically the original band. So this is a, I don't know if it says it on there, you can just about make it out. So this is a size 4, sorry, a size 5 for the 44mm band, 44mm watch. And if we take a look at the sizing, try and get that accurate, so you can see it's just around 14 centimeters. Now this is supposedly the SS, which is the smallest size that you can actually get from third-party AliExpress sellers. So this one, if I try and measure it up, you can see this is just around 14.5, maybe 14.4. So that's actually the smallest size possible. But even those 2 or 3, well, 3 or 4 mil difference, it's not just that when it comes to how it actually performs. So first thing I'll do is, I realize when I say to you guys on camera that it's loose, it doesn't really come across in the way when I'm literally just shaking the wrist. So basically, if you take a look at this, so look at how loose that is. So I'm able to move it side to side, and I think the thing that contributes to that is because this is a narrower band, it doesn't actually grip as far on the wrist as the genuine one does. So I'll just show you that on with the genuine one. Obviously the fact that this one's fraying right from having received it isn't a great sign either. The texture I've already mentioned is slightly different. This one seems very loose, whereas this one tends to have a bit more resistance, and obviously it retains its memory sort of size a bit quicker as well. So just pop this one in and get it on the same direction. Now automatically, because this is wider, it's obviously the thinnest part of your wrist is there, so it's gripping there, but it's also gripping some of the sort of meaty part as well. And because of that, this one, as you can see, it's not actually loose, it's not tight, so it's not actually gripping my arm as it would if I had it here. So there, it's literally not budging at all. I usually wear it just above the sort of bone just there and here. And also one thing I've noticed about the genuine one is when you first put it on, because you've stretched it, it is slightly loose, but then slowly it'll actually start to pull itself back in, and you actually feel it tighten up just enough to the point where it's no longer shaking. So if I do that, it's not actually rotating round on my wrist. Basically the sensors are making contact as they should be in order for all the sensors to do their job. The problem with these ones is because of the fact that there may be a slight bit more give to them, they just become loose very quickly when you actually stretch it to get it on initially, and they don't sort of pull back in. So if I stretch this now, we've seen numerous times that the genuine ones will actually stretch back to their original size. So as you can see there, that stretched an extra maybe 3-4 mil. It's almost on 15 at that point, but it's the speed at which this goes back compared to the genuine one, so it just seems slower in terms of going back to its sort of memory position. And I think that is what most people are going to find is the issue with these ones, the fact that they don't actually, they may well be the right size in the package, but the first time you put it on, it stretches, and then it takes longer to actually stretch back into its normal position. And then obviously any little movements that you make on your wrist to adjust it, because it is narrower and it's literally just sitting on the thinnest part of your wrist, it's not gripping in the same way, so it's not actually comfortable. I think the thing that makes this one so comfortable is the fact that they've extended it right out to the edges. So obviously I do have some coming that are supposedly one-for-one replicas, so they do have this same sort branching out into the corners. So once they arrive, obviously I'll do a follow-up video with them to see if they're any better. But this is just a quick video to basically show you guys I think the main thing that is actually wrong with these AliExpress bands for people with narrower wrists. Obviously, if you've got a thicker wrist, then this won't be a problem because the sizing thing won't be as big of an issue. But for most people I know, and especially for most trying to find sizes for women, trying to find one for my daughter has been almost impossible. I've not been able to find any solo bands, solo loops, or the nylon loops that actually fit, for the simple reason that basically the stretch is too much. So as soon as you stretch it to put it on initially, even if the measurement does seem like it's going to be right, it doesn't fit once it's actually on the wrist, and it's so loose that it literally just rotate round. So anyway, that was just a quick video for anybody that's wondering about the sizing of these AliExpress bands.